What's up guys, this is Merc Music and today I have some more Black Ops 4 gameplay for you. This is going to be kind of more of like a really laid back video. I don't think I'm going to have really any cuts or anything. I'm just going to be kind of chilling here talking about, you know, the whole Black Ops 4 event, how the gameplay was, what I think about it and stuff like that, maybe some other things as well. But yeah, first things first, I just want to thank Activision and Treyarch for inviting me out to this event and allowing me to play and capture Black Ops 4 early. That was really awesome. It was a great event. It was just, I can't wait to fucking talk about it. But yeah, thank you to both Activision and Treyarch for allowing this to happen. It was really cool. But yeah, so let's talk about the Black Ops 4 like gameplay first and stuff like that, because it's interesting how they said forget what you know before this was even out, because that really seemed like it was the case. Like when they revealed multiplayer at this whole event, it really, let's see, they said that like there's gonna be a lot of like really good ways to play with your friends. You're gonna have a lot of fun with friends, and then they actually announced the gameplay itself and what it's gonna be like, how there's going to be like, you know, the health system was revamped and stuff like that. The whole way that there's body armor in the game, and there's even like a specialist that can give people more armor and extra health and stuff like that. It's very different. The way that there's predictable recoil, all those like key features that they announced. When they announced that, it didn't really strike me as, hey, this is like another like really good way to be able to play with friends and have fun with friends. It didn't really strike me as that. It's really just more, this is how the game's gonna play. And how it actually played is very unlike other Call of Duty games that we played in the past. It's not really like any other Black Ops game or anything else that we've seen. I don't know really how to describe it. Like when I actually played, like I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of gameplay, you've been watching a lot of other Call of Duty YouTubers post Black Ops 4, and you're seeing what it is, but when you actually play it and how it feels, it is very different. Like it doesn't really play like any other kind of Call of Duty game we've seen. It is going to be similar. There's always like, there's going to be similarities between like this and other Call of Duty games, but how it actually is at its core is very different. They brought back a lot of specialists. They have some new ones as well. To me, okay, so this is what really strikes me as like Rainbow Six Siege-esque with the gameplay and stuff like that. They really kind of took that and they made that the focus. I think the way that Vonderhaar had said that there's going to be stories told between all of the specialists and stuff, that to me is very much like Siege, how all of the operators have a backstory and stuff like that. It's very much like Siege. I also saw something from Charlie Intel saying that there's going to be free DLC, like free maps or something like that. To me, that makes me think that, like, in the future, specialists might be a part of, like, the Season Pass. Like, you might be able to get new specialists by having the Season Pass, or you could pay for them or something like that, a lot like Siege, and then the maps are free, like Siege has been doing. It's also 5v5, like Overwatch. And as far as it goes for, like, the gameplay and stuff like that, versus, like, 6v6, 9v9, it's something that actually is going to bother me. I don't know if the game is actually going to stay like this, because, you know, obviously this is pre-alpha, everything is very early, so we don't know if it's going to stay like this, but the whole 5v5 thing is a lot more competitive in that sense. You know, Siege is 5v5, Overwatch is 5v5, Call of Duty is typically 6v6, and they have 9v9, and on PC there's even bigger team games sometimes, and the whole 5v thing actually kind of threw me off. It is more tactical and stuff like that, it is more competitive, but it's not like the whole casual Call of Duty type of like style of gameplay. Kind of irked me a little bit, because if you're someone who likes to go for feeds like me, or if you like making montages and stuff like that, it doesn't really seem like the typical gameplay is set up for that kind of stuff, which is kind of a bummer. I don't know how I'm going to do quad feed with every gun for this game because of that, if it stays that way. You know, it is really early. I'm not trying to make any kind of early calls here, but if this is the type of like gameplay that they're going for and it's not going to change, then yes, that could be a little bit of a problem for people who like to go for feeds and hit clips and stuff like that. Which by the way, one thing that is very different that I noticed, that I don't know if they really talked about too much, but you don't just kind of spawn immediately like you used to in Call of Duty. You actually get to pick a point. I mean, granted, usually when you're like choosing your deploy location in Black Ops 4, you're just kind of getting a random spawn, but there is a specialist that has like a attack deploy thing that allows people to spawn there. It's a lot like attack insertion like you've seen before, except now it's like a specialist ability, and I think the whole team can spawn on it, which can be really good, it can be really bad. Like, it's actually, that's a lot like Battlefield in that sense, where you can pick where you spawn, except when we play Domination, I don't think that you get to pick a point. Like, if you have A, you can spawn an A flag, or you can pick a random deployment. I don't think that's the case, which is kind of unfortunate, because that would be really helpful. Like, one thing that really bothers me in Call of Duty games is you can play Domination and have A and B, and typically when you have like a random spawn, you get put at your home flag instead of the middle of the map. And yeah, I don't know, I wish that with this whole like choose where you spawn thing, at least in Domination, you could pick to spawn around A or B, so that way if you want to try to hold the middle and defend B more easily and just get into the action faster, you can have that option. So That's just something that I was thinking about as well. But yeah, as far as it goes for Black Ops 4 and the gameplay, it doesn't quite play as much as older Call of Duty games. It's not nearly as fast-paced, at least in my opinion. It's a little bit more tactical, which could be a good change of pace. I just think that if you're expecting a certain kind of gameplay, if you're expecting to do certain things, it might not be quite that way when you actually go to play the game. And that is very interesting because a lot of people, I've seen it in the comment section, a lot of people are saying that this is just fucking Black Ops 3 remastered, or it's like a mix of Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 and all that stuff. I would say at its core for the gameplay, this is something very different for Call of Duty, while somehow also being familiar, which is crazy how they nail that formula. But yeah, aside from that, when they announced zombies look fucking awesome. The Blackout, like, Battle Royale mode looks really cool. We don't have a lot of details about that. There's no gameplay of it, really. Just they hyped it up. Like, Vondi did a really good job. Lord Vonderhaar did a really good job talking up Blackout, and
a crazy collision of fun, and letting you navigate it with land, sea, and air vehicles. Something you haven't experienced before. This is something totally new. This is doing Battle Royale the Black Ops way. This is Blackout.
It just sounds really cool. It looks really cool for what they've shown so far, and I'm really excited to actually be able to get a chance to play it. I don't know when that's going to be. I would like to be able to early capture that, by the way. So Vondi, please invite me out again. But yeah, both Blackout and Zombies, I'm actually... it's kind of bad because, you know, like, we got to play and record multiplayer, and it's like, that's usually what people are really excited for as far as it goes for a Call of Duty game. And from what they showed for Zombies and Blackout, I feel like that's really where the hype is going to be at. That's what people actually want to really play and are going to grind the most. Again, when they said multiplayer is all about, like, playing with friends and having fun with friends, and then they announced the features and we played it, it didn't really kind of line up. I feel like we actually have to hear more about the multiplayer. We have to get more info about it and, you know, see those kinds of features at some point to actually get that kind of feeling. But yeah, aside from talking about the gameplay, because, you know, it's really interesting because this is pre-alpha stuff. It's very early, and I don't know what's going to change or stay the same or actually, you know, just remain. So I'm not going to talk about the gameplay too much because, you know, weapons could change, the specialists could change. There's a lot that can still be up for debate as far as it goes for what's going to stay and not be there in this game. But one thing I do want to talk about was the event itself because, yeah, I know I said I was taking a break and I'm going to be posting some videos here and there. I have to make a separate video talking about that, by the way. But yeah, I kind of wanted that free time to be able to prepare for this whole trip and stuff, get ready for the event, which the event itself was just, it was fucking awesome. It was a blast. I was able to go to the event with Karina. It was her first event and she just had an amazing time as well. The flights from East Coast to West Coast and back and forth, it fucks you up, but the actual event was completely worth it. We met so many awesome people. I met, like, FaZe Agony, I met Kostif, who's Chaos, a lot of the Team Caliber members. I met Mr. T Lexify. Dude, he's such a fucking goof, but, like, oh my god, dude, it was great. Just being able to meet everyone and talk to other community members, and especially, like, because, you know, everyone's either a YouTuber or a streamer. It was mostly content creators that I was, like, running into and taking pictures with and meeting and just talking with, and it was just, like, it kind of revitalizes you because with COD World War II, it's kind of just in a bland state, it's just whatever, and then you meet all these people who are like, you know, mostly everyone there is actually playing Fortnite. Like, most people haven't played Call of Duty in a while, and everyone's kind of just like, they're playing Black Ops, especially for me. Like, that was the case too. I haven't been playing a lot of Call of Duty, so a lot of us just kind of went in there, we're just dicking around, having fun, playing Black Ops 4, and sharing opinions about what we thought about the game, what we're really going to be hyped for. It just, all of that talk, it's really motivating and stuff like that, so that was really cool. It's just a breath of fresh air as far as it goes for, like, Call of Duty. I think Black Ops 4, in that sense, is going to do very well. It's going to be something very different than we've seen before, while also somehow managing to be familiar, which is, to me, it's just crazy. But yeah, the event was awesome. We got to see the multiplayer reveal trailer happening right in front of our faces, along with the zombies, the Blackout mode. Got to, you know, oh my god. So I had a capture session, I snuck in and got a second capture session, then we tried to stay for a third one, and, like, while they were forcing us out of there, I saw Vondi come out of this door with a bodyguard behind him. It was awesome. Unfortunately, I did not get to meet him, I didn't get to say anything to him. Maybe that'll happen sometime in the future. But yeah, I saw this glorious man with his fantastic beard just walk right past me and grace my presence. On top of that, once the whole capture thing was done, I got a DM from Kostif asking if we, like, wanted to go out for dinner. So both me and Karina went out to dinner with him and Fuya. We went to this place, it was Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and they have this fucking 40-ounce tomahawk ribeye steak. I think I'm gonna try to throw a picture up on here so you can see it. And yeah, eating that steak, it was quite an experience. It was 40 ounces, so my stomach hurt for 2 days straight. Like, it was a fucking beast of a steak, but I'm glad that I did that. Not really, it fucked me up, fam. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this massive rambling about Black Ops 4, the event and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to make a video talking about, like, what I'm gonna be doing when I actually come back to YouTube consistently. It's going to be some time before I actually do that, but yes, I wanted to make this video because I have all this Black Ops 4 gameplay. I might make some more more. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/mercmusic because I'm going to be trying to stream some more as well. I think that's kind of where I'm like gearing to go. I'm not abandoning YouTube. I'm not stopping to make YouTube videos. It's just that I would like to stream as well and have more time to have a life. So, but I'll be talking about that more in a separate video. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this Black Ops 4 video. If you guys did it and you'd like to see some more Black Ops 4 stuff, make sure to drop a like, and I'll see you guys later.
Torque down.